If you're thinking of moving to Tampa Bay, you probably have the same question most of my clients have. Is it safe?
Nobody's safe.
I'm telling you, it ain't safe.
Nobody is safe.
My name is Vince Reyna, and I'm a licensed real estate agent and team leader for the Reyna team. In this video, I'm going to teach you the three-step method that I use to help my customers find a safe place to live in Tampa Bay. Let's get started. Okay, let's head over to citydata.com. Now, citydata.com is a website where you can search for demographic information on pretty much any city in the United States. So we're going to go ahead and, for the sake of our discussion, we're going to type in Tampa, Florida. And Tampa comes up, and you're going to see some nice pictures of, the Tampa area. You're going to see what the temperature is right now, which is a 91 degrees right now. You guys serious, right? 91 degrees right now in Tampa. Now, we have a population in the central part of Tampa of 387,000 people as of 2021. So what we want to do is we want to look here and start seeing, okay, is Tampa going to be a place that we want to live? Right now, and this is pretty accurate, median housing values is about 336. That's about right. Income level, honestly, I would probably say that in order to live in Tampa, you're probably going to need to be above that, maybe 75 to 85,000, depending on your taste in homes and so on and so forth. The main thing you want to do here in terms of what we're talking about is you want to come down here and look at what's going on crime-wise, because I know this is all about keeping you safe, but this is also all about finding a community that you're going to feel safe in and you're going to feel welcomed in. And City Data will give you a little bit of information on that and kind of help you walk through it. So I think we need to, use this as a method for determining, okay, is this a city or even a small town that I like, that I'm going to feel comfortable in? Do I get a good vibe from the information that I'm getting here? Does it look like it's going to be affordable for me? And then we can move on to the next thing that we're going to talk about, and we'll do that in step number 2. Okay, for step number 2, let's just assume that you've already found a really good, maybe 2 or 3 cities that you like, and maybe you're already starting to look at some homes in those separate cities just to see kind of what's going on. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to have you go over to instantstreetview.com. Now, in instantstreetview.com, what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste an address. I happen to have an address from a neighborhood in North Tampa called Carrollwood, and that's the one that I decided to paste in here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like tour around this neighborhood. And what we want to do is we want to look at the neighborhood and kind of evaluate it for, first of all, the most important things. If you see homes that are all beat up and worn out and they look like they're about ready to be torn down, if you see cars up on blocks, if you see engines hanging from trees, things that you wouldn't want to see in your neighborhood, look around the neighborhood. If you see that the grass in the neighbors' yards are all nice and mowed, do you like the feel of the neighborhood? Do you like the homes, the style of the homes? The point of using Instant Street View is to be able to kind of tour around and see, what does that neighborhood feel like? Does it feel like home to you? Can you see yourself living here? The other thing that I want you to look at is over here on the left corner, down at the bottom here. You're going to see what looks like a little mini map, which is exactly what it is. It's a little mini map. And you're going to see a little mini person. That's you. That's you. Now, this little mini person can be moved around the map. So, see how that works? That's kind of cool. All right, so what we want to do now is find something that, and this is a great one right here. So you've got a playground here. Say you wanted to go to the playground for whatever the reason. Okay, how far is that? Now we're at the playground, and we can see kind of like what the playground looks like. So if we want to take our dog to the playground and play with our dog there, we can do that. If you want to see, let's just say, how far it is to go to shopping, then you can do that. you can come over here and you can look for, say, okay, this right here. Let's take this as an example. Let's take our little man or our little person, and let's bring our little person right up over here to the shopping center. You see that you've got the big Publix grocery store. Let's see here. You've got a pizza restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, a Goodwill. You've got a lot of different things here. And then what you can do is you can actually take a little tour and see what's on the main drag close to where you're going to be living if you decide to live here. So the whole point of what I'm showing you is, how to use Instant Street View to be able to help you determine what that community is like. Not just the neighborhood, but the community around the neighborhood. So I hope that this helps, and I think we're pretty much going to be ready to move on to step number 2. Okay, so now it's time for step number 3. Now, step number 3, like I said before, is the most important step in finding a safe place to live. What I want you to do, at this point, all of the links to what I'm showing you are in the description below. There is a link to the Hillsborough County crime map. It's the hcso.tampa.fl.us crime map. And you'll see that in the link. This is pretty close to what you'll see in all of the crime maps. Now, basically what you're looking at is you're looking at data for the whole county. So this is not going to be Tampa proper. This is going to be the whole county. And so what you want to do now is you want to come over to the left-hand side here, and you want to, most of my clients will set 6 months, and then they'll set a buffer around a certain community. And so I'm going to go back to the address that we had, and now we have this buffer here around Carrollwood. It's right off of Del Mabry Highway and Ehrlich Road, that area in North Tampa. Now, on the side here, on the left-hand side, you're going to see crime types, and you can select all, or you can select only the ones that you really care about. Here's the thing I want you to notice. As you look at this community, I want you to notice how many places, as we scroll in, how many places nothing happens. The point that I'm trying to make is if we take the buffer off and take the date range and just put the date range at the past 6 months. There we go. All right. You're going to see that in the past 6 months, countywide, it seems like Tampa or Hillsborough County is the worst place to be. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to start going into different places in Tampa, and I want you to see something. Nothing. Nothing's there. I mean, really, nothing's there. I'm going to crawl over here, and nothing's there. I'm going to crawl down here, and nothing's there. My point in telling you this is every city has crime. Every city has crime. And in order for you to feel safe, you have to find a place where, it's a pocket of really nothing happening. And that's this tool. Now, I do have some departments like the Polk County Sheriff's Department, I believe the Manatee Sheriff's, that do not have a crime map. Okay, for those departments, I've provided you a phone number that you can call and just, ask them to give you information on crime in the area by calling and talking to their records department. I can't personally tell you what neighborhoods are good, what neighborhoods are bad, and who lives there because of fair housing laws. But what I can do is give you the tools, show you how to use them, and let you figure it out for yourself. And then you can come to me and say, Vince, I want to see a home in this neighborhood, and then we're going to plan some showings for that neighborhood or for that area, and then, we're going to be able to get you into a home. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've gotten a lot out of it. If you have, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell icon, and follow up with us again when we do our next video. And if you have any questions, my phone number is down below. Give me a call. The main thing to keep in mind is at the end of the day, you're responsible for yours and your family's safety, because ultimately,
we're on our own.